So today we are going to discuss about one of the concepts. See, yesterday somewhat we discussed some fundamentals of like basic Unix. Okay, and the thing is that the lab setup. So one of the major topic from today onwards, so the major components will be starting upon. So whichever needed for an interview also. So as a part of the interview, this is the one of major concept into the Linux. So booting process. So what is a booting process? Anyone having any idea? Like Arul, maybe Windows also it's there. Okay. So Vedant it is in Linux also there. Any idea what is a booting process? Why I need to bother about the booting process? At least maybe idea.
The computer is follows the startup and loading the operations of the loading the operating system.
Yeah, obviously. So the concept of the booting process, whether it's a Windows, I'm not defining about the Linux here, whether it's a Linux or Windows or whatever may be the your operating system. The operating system can be divided into nothing but any type of whether Unix, Fedora, Linux, whatever it may be. Everything will be we are going with a proper agenda. Nothing but step by step of loading your operating system. Okay, so why it need to be loaded? Since the end user need to access. So that is what exactly nothing but, for example, I have my Windows laptop. So once I power on my button, automatically I could see that some black screen will come, and immediately I'm not seeing the graphical user interface. I'm about to see the some black screen that is called BIOS. So after BIOS, there is a some of the actions will be happening. At last, I'm going to see the one graphical user interface. This is the what end user can able to access the thing. But in between the process, so the 5 minutes or less than a 5 minutes of the time from the your power on button to once your server is coming online. So this time what exactly is going to be happen? What exactly we are going to take up the thing? So this is what we are calling as a booting process. So in the same way, whether it's a Windows or anything, in Linux also, we have a standard defining of booting process. So once you power on, the laptop button or server, okay, you could see that BIOS. So what is a BIOS? I will show you at the time of rebooting and everything. You will see the face. What is a BIOS? BIOS is a totally we are defining as nothing but all IO related operations will be loaded and validated. So all IO related operation. For example, you are having your laptop. Okay, so the laptop consisting of your hard disk, monitor, CPU, keyboards, maybe some printer, and different type of the things will be there into the by nature. So everything is working or not means diagnosing the each and everything at the starting state. So for everything we have a notes. I will share you the notes. Okay, so the BIOS will validate the diagnosing the thing. Why we need to diagnose? For example, let it be you people are using the nothing but when you like any laptops or desktop. So your hard disk will be having different thing, your monitor will be different thing, and different peripherals will be combined together into the your laptop or desktop. So once you power on everything, your BIOS responsibility is that something like a security guard type. So who are there, who are coming, who are not coming, like a biometric type, everything it is validating. If someone is not working, so it will note it down, it is a failed. Or if everything is goes fine, it will mark it as a okay. Means, so why it is need to keep a track of everything? Because your operating system, So here operating system means that could be anything, Windows or Linux or anything. It need to know the which IO devices. IO is nothing but input and output. Input and output devices. So which devices are working, which devices are not working, everything need to be keep a track of your information. So this information obviously OS need to have. So that is the reason OS what it will do, it will keep the track of BIOS as a one of the spy. The BIOS will keep the record of every information. From that information it will take you the all the judgmental activities. So in once this BIOS phase completed, then the second phase will be MBR. MBR we are calling as master boot recorder. What is this master boot recorder? For example, so everyone using your bikes or car or scooty, whatever may be. So let it be you have a one bike, the capacity is let it be some 200, 220 cc. It's a very good, very equipped, everything is fine. But so once you switch on the key, immediately your car or bike is not going to be start immediately. You need to power on. If you want to power on means there is some fire you need to be established, that is called nothing but like a self start or kick or some little bit of energy you need to be generated. So with that energy your peripherals in the sense your bike is going to be start. So means whatever may be the your capacity of your particular hardware, your particular thing, immediately it is not going to be serve you. So that is the same case, whatever your may be the your hard disk capacity, whatever may be the capacity of your hardware, immediately it is not coming to the picture. You need to use some master boot recorder. What is this master boot recorder means? It is a small file, it consisting of 512 KB bytes. 512 KB bytes means what? Approximately some 5 lines of notepad. So this 5 to 10 lines of the notepad, what exactly it will be consisting? For example, I am having my Windows laptop. So here we have a C drive, I have a D drive, I have a E drive. For example, just think of that. This all drives are I'm holding right now. C drive will be the consisting of your operating system details and some of the configuration details. D drive and E drive is nothing but customer details. Nothing but it will be holding of your personal details or maybe your office data, whatever may be non-root disk information. Okay, it will be having. So as a part of operating system side, so primarily it is always looking for to bring up the first C drive. Why it need to be bring up the C drive? Why not a D drive and D drive? Why first it need to load the C drive? Why? Why Vaishnavi? Why it need to load the C drive? Why not a D drive and D drive?
It have a lot memory space, sir.
Memory space.
When compared to D and D.
Okay. What exactly the C drive will be consisting of? C drive will be the consisting of your operating system, right?
Yes, sir.
In your laptop, C drive will be consisting of your Windows image, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this Windows image first need to load. Once this image is loaded, then only you are able to access the rest of the things, right? For example, once your C drive, your desktop is a C drive, okay, your my folders are C drive, there is some other configuration files are falls into the C drive, okay, everything will be loaded at the primary point. First priority is a C drive. Second priority goes to the non-root devices. Non-root devices means like a C, like a E drive, D drive, E drive, or F drive. Means this will be consisting of user data, I agree, but after OS is loaded, then only you are able to perform this kind of operations. Means, for example, let me open the, so this is your hard disk. On top of hard disk, you will install your operating system. So on top of operating system, you are creating like a C drive, D drive, let it be E drive. Okay, so just think of that. This is your hardware capacity, whatever may be that. So this is your operating system image. So this is your C drive, this is your D drive, okay, this is your E drive. So being a once a power on, so being a end user, okay, once I power on the button, immediately your hard disk is not available. Means that is the same case. For example, your bike or your car, whatever may be the capacity, once you start the key, immediately it is not available. So it needs some fire. So that will be means your hard disk like a block devices. We are calling as a block devices immediately not available. It needs some support. That support will be the MBR. MBR means what it will do? It will load the first C drive. If you want to load the C drive means what are the basic information I need to load it. In C drive we will be having a lot of information. I don't want to be load the everything. At least the primary like a top 10, like a top 2 on C drive, let it be top 1 on D drive, like a top 2 on E drive. This type of the information it will note it down automatically. This and all we are not managing. This and all it will be managed by the kernel or operating system only. Once your operating system is loaded, automatically this will be loaded and it will be executed. This type of the operation is going to be happen into the real time. Means here what I'm trying to say means MBR is nothing but master boot recorder. So this MBR size of 512 KB bytes. It will be consisting of all major configuration files to load immediately. So to want to load the immediately, it will keep a store of information. Nothing but that is the same thing. Once your bike, if you want to start means you are pressing the self start or kick. So once you kick on the kick, immediately the next phase come into the picture, that is called GRUB. So what is the GRUB? The next phase is that.
Pavan sir,
Yeah, tell me.
I have a doubt. Sorry for distance.
Yeah, tell me.
Actually, once we power on the machine in the Windows, for example, in the Windows, so we will get some missing files record. So we didn't shut down properly. So it will say something blue screen error or some error. So majorly the error it will comes from the file is missing from master boot record or some other OS file record.
That could be anything. See, your master boot recorder only helping to start the thing only. It is not providing any, for example, your bike, it is consisting of self start. What is the role of the self start? It is to start the engine, right? The purpose is very clear, to start the engine. Except that we are doing any kind of other activity? No.
No.
Here also same thing. So answer to your question, for example, let it be you abnormally you rebooted your laptop. Some files are missing or some time of operations or activities, something is missing.
Yeah.
So that will be false into the, your BIOS will catch you out. Your BIOS saying that, okay, whenever you are rebooting your operating system, no, this is not there. Means, for example, let it be, I'm just expecting one scenario. C drive, okay, capacity of 20 GB. The C drive, so D drive capacity 20 GB. So you perform some kind of actions like some configuration changes and everything. So after reboot, this D drive is not detecting due to some configuration issues. Okay, maybe at the time of you are performing something, it is not you properly handled. So this D drive is not loading. As a part of your operating system keep a note of that I have a 3 drives like a C drive, D drive and E drive. So it will come to the C drive, it will load all the thing and it will keep a record of if everything is fine, it will release you okay. It will come to the D drive. For example, it is not in a position to identify the D drive. Immediately what it will do, okay, immediately it will be failed status and it will wait for the halt. It won't go next level. So that is what we are getting in Windows blue screen. So at the time, what if people you are going to do it? You are going to do it a repair work, right? Repair means what? You are doing the syncing. Syncing means from your hard disk, otherwise any OS image, you are doing the repair kind of the activities, which is the file is missing something. For example, in Linux side, what we are doing the FSCK, nothing but file system check. This is we are calling as FSCK, file system check. This operation will do the repair work. So we have a mechanism FSCK file systems. In the time we have a scenarios, I will explain you about that one.
Okay, in that FSCK file, the repairing in the OS, it contains the repairing file also usually.
Yeah. Your BIOS itself trigger the FSCK sometimes. Okay, your BIOS is a very powerful. Your BIOS will validation and it will, for example, when sometimes at the time of loading you are seeing that 90% loaded, 100% loaded, in black screen you are seeing some pop-up. Have you seen that one? Maybe when you loading off your Linux system, for example, if you can see that this is my server, I'm loading. So if this is a GRUB phase, means the BIOS completed already. Okay, so it will come to the BIOS. From there, it is going to the graphical user. Means this entire process is completing fraction of seconds. Means whatever we are going to discuss about the phases, the entire phases are completing in fraction of seconds. In any one of the stage, if you get an issue, your system will be going to be hung. That is what the real troubleshooting we are going to perform into the L2, L3 and further. That
Got
is
it.
whether it's a, for example, your server is stuck at GRUB level, how you are going to sort out. Your server is stuck at the kernel level. Kernel is nothing but your operating system, it is not detecting. Your disk is missing something, how you to do it. Init level means some of another phase. Means if your server is stuck at any one of the phase, how you are going to troubleshoot. That is one of the biggest topic we are going to do it. Okay, but before that I need to understand the fundamental of basic, what exactly the purpose and what exactly the thing. Okay, so hope it's a clear, right? I'm going to the deep dive of the subject. Okay, once coming when the particular topic will come into the picture. Okay, so here just the BIOS is nothing but what? BIOS is nothing but it will take you the your server. All, for example, let me start rebooting of server. You can see that I'm restarting my server. Okay, so it is started very fastly actually. 1 minute, let me shut down the server. So it is fastly loading actually. You are seeing that images actually. So I will show you. Actually, you will see that okay, those kind of the things it will come into the picture. So BIOS is nothing but it will take you the all the related information of your IO devices. IO devices is nothing but your hard disk, monitor, everything it will come into the keep a track of that. MBR is nothing but your master boot recorder. It will be consisting of interview time. People will ask you that what is the size of MBR. Kindly keep in the mind. Okay, it is a 512 KB of the size. The data will be loaded and the data will be which is a prioritized one. It will be under the control of MBR. It is a small. It act like a temporary RAM. Okay, so if you want to say that it act like a temporary RAM, it will boot up the your temporary RAM and temporary hard disk, because your hard disk is not wake up immediately. Okay, so your MBR it take responsibility of RAM and it will hard disk. And the third phase is that GRUB. What is a GRUB? So if you coming to the Windows operating system, for example, you people are using the Windows operating system. So in Windows operating system, just think of that. Okay, so let it be in your Windows operating system, you are using the once you power on your laptop or once you power on your server, anything, your operating system will be automatically it will be loaded. Just let it be. For example, from your hard disk, your operating system will be loaded. Just think of that. What is my operating system version? 10 is my operating system version. Okay, automatically the rest of the things will be coming into the picture. That's a well and good. Just think of that. Right now your server is running with a 10 version. So Microsoft people came into the picture. They said that we have a good amount of 11 version also. If you wanna means you can upgrade. So what I'm going to do it, okay, I taken a decision. I upgraded my server into the 11 version. So right now my server with what version? 11 version. Okay. So after I upgraded my server into the 11 version, in my laptop, whether 10 will be there or 11 will be there. I upgraded my laptop 11 version. So which version will be there? Obviously 11 version only, right?
Yeah.
So 10 version is nothing but it is erased. Okay. Now I will go with the one real-time problem. So let it be. Now you are supporting for the one of the bank application HDFC. Okay, you are supporting for the HDFC. So this application, particular server you worked upon, everything is fine. So whenever it is with the 10 version, your application means whatever your internet banking accessing, everything is working fine, no issue. So you taken a decision to transfer your server to the 11 version. You upgraded successfully on one of the Saturday, because all upgrades, all type of the activities we are performing on Saturday, Sunday only, because those are non-business hours. Okay, so non-business hours, non-banking working hours we are performing. Let it be I upgraded. So on Monday, my server is running with the 11 version. Okay, just think of that particular day is the 1st or the 31st, means a salary day. So since your operating system is in 11 version, due to the some of the reason, your application is very slow or your application is crashing. For example, you are trying to transfer the one amount to your friend. Suddenly it is logging out. Suddenly your OTP is not coming. Suddenly it is feeling like abnormal. So in this situation, okay, the company taken a decision. So after I upgraded from the 10 to 11, I'm feeling this is not the right version. There is some issues are there. We need to debug. They taken a decision. Once they taken a decision, so is it possible to revert from the 11 to 10 immediately?
No.
Why?
Because first thing is it is a business day,
Hmm.
so we need the downtime.
Yeah, we need a downtime. The terminology downtime. So Vaishnavi, you need to understand some terminologies. Downtime is nothing but planned execution time whenever we are performing ఏదన్నా ఒక రిపేర్ వర్క్ చేయాలనుకున్నప్పుడు we are going to go with a proper downtime. In the downtime only we are downing the application, we are performing same. If you want to say that repair work, you given your bike to the one mechanic, he will ask you that how much time you need to repair the work. He will ask you that at least 1 hour. That 1 hour we are calling as downtime. The are estimated downtime, ETA. Okay, estimated downtime. So right now the one of the major problem is that you don't have the feasibility to perform the activity 4 hours or 5 hours because there is a business day. Secondary thing, let it be maybe in the temporary region I can build the operation or perform the thing. That is also I cannot perform on demand immediately. I cannot perform the things. That is the major problem. So when coming to the Linux side, this problem how we are going to happen means we are using the concept called GRUB. What is this GRUB? GRUB is nothing but one of the major feature. It will hold the minimum 6 versions. 6 versions of your operating system means right now your operating system will be consisting of 11 version. Let it be 10 version, 9 version, 8 version. So these are the different version I hold it into my server. So same problem, I got some issue with the 11, whatever may be the issue. Okay, maybe package is missing or your application is not working. Immediately your server we are loading into the 10 version. How we are performing? This is the way, nothing but for example, if you can see that here my server, let it be I'm just rebooting the server. So this is the GRUB phase. You are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
GRUB version 2.0. What this is consisting of 9.0. Means right now I am holding the version of 9.0 version. Okay, for example, let it be my 9.0 version I got some issue. That the same banking application is not working. Immediately what I'm going to do it, I will do the repair work later. First I will bring up my application with the old operating system. Means let it be some 8.0. Just I'm selecting and hitting the enter, automatically your operating system will be booted. Means here we are giving the priorities to the business, right? So this is the kind of nature we are using into the Linux environment. So this
Sir,
is, yeah, tell me.
this is the one end. So you are teaching about in the back end. So if it is server is updated or we can reload the older version.
Mm.
What about the application itself? So if it is application is updated,
Mm.
so it is keep on crashing. It is
Mm.
only supporting to the particular operating system. That
See,
time what we have to.
on the moment of the time, for example, we have a concept of the DR concept. Okay, see application side also usually they are going with a primary and for example, you what exactly you were saying that let it be my primary is running on 11.
Okay.
Okay, so due to the some of the reason this 11 version is crashed or maybe it is not performing well, maybe some latency, whatever it may be. Okay, immediately what the people will do, immediately the people will be going to be run the application on DR. So DR also we are having the kind of load balancing. Okay, maybe this is a not that much of the fast, but you will complete the work. So whenever you are going to the banks, people are saying that server is slow. Okay, application taking time to load it. The server is slow. Have you heard those type of the words anytime?
Yeah.
So what exactly the happen means this type of the maybe the load is heavy or your DR come into the picture. Especially whenever you people are performing this kind of activities like natural calamities. For example, let it be just think of from the business part. You are working into the Wipro. Okay, there is a one business will be there into the Chennai. So Chennai is the head office. Let it be this project is running. So same project we have a in Hyderabad also. We have a in Hyderabad also. So this is we are calling as a, we will keep it as a one primary server, one DR server. Let it be due to the some of the reason this Chennai place we have a floods. The people are not in a position to handle the any kind of application due to the some abnormal situation. But let it be just you are doing the HDFC support means whatever the outside end user people are working right.
And actually,
Yeah.
actually, DR takes its replication process, bro.
That is whatever the replication process. That is the same thing DR only. Replication is the
Okay,
application
okay,
side terminology. Okay.
okay, okay.
So here the terminology what I'm saying. For example, I'm calling as a server. You are calling as a VM. Okay. Both are the same. Application side people are calling the replication. What is a replication? Replication of your original environment to like a duplicate
True.
environment, right?
Yes.
Maybe parallel environment. Okay, same like like a China product type, right? Same mobile you are creating
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the, so that is called replication. Replication is the generalized term, or usually application people are calling as a replication. But server side infra guy is calling as a primary server disaster recovery, DR
This is
environment.
okay. Okay.
Okay, so DR environment is nothing but what? For example, let it be your end user. You are a end user. So you are browsing your website hdfc.com generally daily. Let it be till the last minute, till the yesterday. This is supporting from the Chennai office. Everything is fine, but due to some of the reason, this office is not supporting temporarily. Your application redirected to Hyderabad application server. Since the Hyderabad server having all the data, you were able to get the data. But the being a thing from the end user prospect. So anytime being a end user, have you browsed with any IP like a hdfc.com, iccibank.com, or any kind of application? Have you tried with IP address? No, right? You people
No.
are browsing with a name, right? Not a IP address. Is that clear? Name based only you people are searching.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, sir.
so being a name based, end user don't know whether your application is running in India or US or UK, don't know, but he is getting the service. So those type of the activities we can perform by using the DR setup. Okay, so ultimately what exactly the GRUB is nothing but the GRUB will be consisting of multiple stages. For example, you want to travel from the Hyderabad to Chennai. Let it be usually you will travel from the like highway. Due to the some of the reason your highway is occupied. Okay, otherwise some repair work is going on particular place. Immediately what you are going to see is you are going to check the maybe some bypass is there or some other any alternative is there in Google Maps or somewhere. So the GRUB will be holding a multiple operating system images. It's a, like a chaurasta type, like a X circle, Y circle type. Okay, you can travel whether if you are ready to travel from the straight road or bypass road or whatever it may be, everything will be the GRUB. So GRUB, so once the user is decided I want to go with the primary road, then your kernel will be loaded. What is a kernel? Kernel is a nothing but your operating system. Whether it's a Windows means Windows or Linux is means Linux. Okay, So everything your operating system will be loaded. But this grub concept we are not having into the Windows, just for information. This is only for the Linux. Okay, so the kernel will be loading off full-fledgedly. Once it's loaded, it will be consisting of some init run levels. What is a init run levels? For example, everyone saying that, okay, your operating system, for example, Windows is the, yesterday I said that graphical user interface. No, and Windows also having command line interface also. In the same way, Unix is a representation of everything. Okay, that is nothing but whether Red Hat Linux, Oracle Linux, or whatever it may be. So graphical user interface and command line interface, both is having. So generally people are preferable graphical user interface as the first priority, and the command line is a only admins will do. And coming to here, your command line interface is the first priority and the graphical user is the second priority. Okay, so this is your second priority. Now what exactly the init will be consisting of? So now you loaded your operating system. Okay, your kernel is ready. So here we can perform by using the commands also. For example, if you can see that I'm using the graphical user interface, just click, I'm clicking on power on, sleep is the one button, shutdown is the one button, restart is the one button. If you click on the restart, automatically the background, to restart my laptop, whatever the necessary script will be there, that is going to be generated. That's the same case with the shutdown also. That's the same case with the sleep also. Same way, your operating system also, if you want to load it from the graphical user interface, okay, we are using, okay, init 5. So sorry, init we are calling as, so graphical user interface. Run level 5 will be running. So this is a run level. So this run level 5 will be active. If it is a command line means you will see the run level 3 will be executing. Means your server is need to be run on a command line or graphical. For example, this is my server. Once I power on the server, I am seeing the only command line only. I am not seeing the any kind of the graphical interface. I am not seeing the any graphical interface. You can see that here it is a totally command line wise only. Login and logout options are it is showing. I am not seeing the any kind of thing. So here also we have the sum of the run levels. Nothing but if you want to power on, you need to give the init 0. Okay, means the command you need to be triggered simply. Okay, for example, init is a one of the command. Init 0 represent the power off. Okay, in the same way, init 1 is a represent the admin work. For example, you forgot your root password. Okay, your server is not coming up. There is some repair work you need to do. Then you are using the init 1. Init 2 is not there. Init 4 is not there. This 2 is a Red Hat is using for their own administration purpose. So we have a init 3. Init 3 majorly we are using command line. Means I want to bring my server only command line interface. In production environment, you are not seeing the graphical interface. Okay, you people are connecting by using the command line only. So this is the command line. So next phase is that init 5. 4 also not there. 5 is a representation of graphical user interface. So this graphical user interface will be the combination of your graphical face, nothing but something like a Windows. For example, you are seeing this is a graphical, right? Means I can able to open, I can able to close it, I can able to start this type of the activities I'm able to perform. These are the things I'm going to perform by using the graphical user interface. And the last one, init 6, is calling as reboot. Reboot means whatever I'm seeing the options, Everything here we are calling as run levels. Run levels are how many types? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run levels are the 5 types. These run levels will decide you that, for example, why we need to take the run levels means once the user is ready, for example, if you go to the diagram, BIOS will take the input output information. After that MBR will store and GRUB will come. After GRUB is coming, the user is deciding that whether you want to run the server with a 10 version or which version. Let it be by default 10 version means it will load the server into the 10 version. The 10 version is nothing but full-fledged kernel is loading. Not only loading, it will be sync up everything. Once it is ready, okay, you need to get the end user interface. This end user interface you need to get means this init run levels need to run. For example, I decided in my company, whenever you are connecting any server, you should get the graphical user interface or command line interface. So based on the init selection, it will come into the picture. For example, I want to shut down the server. I need to restart the server. Okay, these are the options also we can use it. No need to perform the anything directly. You can use the commands and you can use the these are the things also. So the last phase is that run levels. So run levels is something like that directly your operating system is loaded and you people are able to access the thing. So this is something about booting process. Maybe people are not immediately understanding, okay, but because this is the fundamental thing. So entire the course, okay, we are going to discuss about particular topic only. Nothing but we are going to discuss about, for example, if GRUB is corrupted, what you are going to do? Your kernel is corrupted, what you are going to do? Your run levels are not loading, what you are going to do? Your BIOS is not loading, what you are going to do? Everything one topic, it will come into the every chapter. So this is a way how we are going to learn it into the future. Don't think that from the last 3 days we are going with most of the theory part only, the theory type only. So don't think that administration is very tough. So once you are starting lab part means once you are starting from tomorrow we are starting the lab part. So means like a commands and each and every topic. In the moment of the time you feel very comfortable and you can understand the topic very easily. Okay, the one of the major benefit into the Linux is normal commands whatever we are speaking that act like a commands. For example, reboot of the particular server. So this is the one command, reboot. Shutdown of the server, shutdown is the one command. Power of the server, like that. Okay, init 0. So power of all, shutdown -h. So most of the times general words only command wise it is executed. So that is one of the major benefit into the environment. Okay, so don't think something like it's a very tough. Okay, but you will learn the concept very easily. Since it is a theory one, I don't have any option. I need to explain the basic fundamentals. From here the fundamental part is completed. From tomorrow we are going into the advanced parts. Okay, so till that you have any doubts? Arul, Vedanta, Vaishnavi?
No, sir, everything is
No,
clear.
it's good.
Okay, so it will be a little bit of maybe ambiguity as a moment of the time. Just go through it. Okay, again we are going to discuss once again. Okay, so tomorrow can we place the class at 8 o'clock again?